And now, an ABC40 special presentation. Say no to bullying today. The Bully Busters.
Parents have to become aware of what a lot of the messages are that students use or children use to communicate to other students or other people.
Teens use thousands of different types of codes when sending text messages, emails, instant messages, and chatting on social media sites. Decoding that internet slang is something bully expert Joe Wojcik says all parents should be able to do.
Parents have to become aware of what a lot of the messages are that students use or children use to communicate to other students or other people. POS, parent over shoulder. Now, if you're a parent, you don't know what POS means. You do know your child's up to something if you determine that's exactly what that means. YRDM, you are dead meat. So that may be an exchange that they're having with somebody else, which is a form of cyberbullying. ASL, age, sex, location. Very dangerous message to see that on your child's site. LMIRL, let's meet in real life. Another big flag. And if you are suspicious that something of this is happening, and it may not be a child, that's when you want to contact law enforcement in your community immediately. The goal is to encourage the child to disclose exactly what's happening at school.
Getting your son or daughter to talk about their bullying problems is no easy task.
Encouraging the child is important, not shutting them down. So being direct, being aggressive about it, absolutely doesn't work.
Bully prevention expert Joe Wojcik says parents need to be sensitive when discussing the subject of bullying with their child.
Pulling the child aside, maybe going into the room, it has to be very subtle though. It has to be very gentle in trying to encourage the child to talk about it.
Joe says one way to get your child to open up is by doing activities with them.
Maybe during the break, having that opportunity. Maybe to touch the subject matter, if you're suspicious it is around bullying, and just see on how the child reacts to that particular subject. If you see a reaction, then you know you're down the right path and you want to pursue it a little bit more.
If you're suspicious your son or daughter is being bullied and they won't talk about it, call their school to learn more and don't give up.
If that doesn't work, then obviously you can go and try to get professional help as far as a therapist to sit down and maybe have a session with the child to try to have them open up.
If all else fails, the best thing you can do is let your child know that you're there for them.
You really have to take a serious step and sit down with your child and tell them how much you love them, tell them that you're there for them, tell them what they mean to you, that they can talk to you.
Bully expert Joe Wojcik says in order to pick the right camp, parents need to do their homework.
First and foremost, as we tell them in the schools, we tell them on the buses, we got to tell them for camp. If something goes wrong, if you don't feel comfortable, if somebody does something inappropriate, immediately go and tell someone else.
And finally, you can help fight school bullying by supporting Joe the Biker and the Yubbie Foundation. To find out how or schedule a performance, you can call 562-2299.
Well, what you need to do is follow God's rules. Stand up and walk.